So that's the red. Let's make the next pass. Let's have a look at that. Okay, that's fine. I think one more pass. I want that just to brighten up a touch more. I stopped the cut out here. I didn't want it to go too far out. So a little bit more on that, I think. That looks better. Okay, so now we're going to have the yellow. We're going to do exactly the same. Now remember, the yellow is going to change things. Where it hits the red, it's going to make it orange. The blues, greens. Let's see what we get. Now the yellow can totally change everything. Wow, yeah, that's much brighter. Be careful where you use this, and bearing in mind, by that I mean we don't need to go to the middle. That's going to be cut out anyway. A bit more of that yellow coming out of here, just radiating out nicely into this outside edge. Getting a real mix of colour there. And again, just understanding colour there. Lovely little patch of red, orange, yellow, going into kind of a greeny there. And what we'll do with this is we're going to spritz it and get all those colours to blend in. Don't worry about all those little white bits. They will fill, so don't worry about filling every single little one. That's much brighter. Beautiful. Right, so good designers know when to stop. If you don't like that, cut it back and try it again. You're not going to harm anything. So we're going to spray this a nice light mist over there. Oh yeah, all those colours are just blending in really nice. A bit more up top there. Yeah, keep it moving so you don't get any runs. That's all blending really nicely, and it makes a huge difference as well when we're going to put a little black chamfer on there. That's going to be coloured with a Sharpie, and don't worry, what you're going to end up with is a ragged edge from the texturing, kind of a smooth textured edge, shall we say, and the black line just frames this really nicely. So we'll just switch that on, let it dry. Just want that to dry naturally. You can still see the figure in the wood. All that figure there, all that dark area is the figure. The grain run the opposite direction. Lack it up, that should look lovely. So I'm going to give that a few more minutes to dry. Get my tool wet, make a little cut across here. I'll show you what I do. I'm using the spindle gouge actually. Tipped on its edge, it's a trailing cut. We'll put a black chamfer on there. We're going to colour it black with a Sharpie. And then we're going to hit it with the lacquer and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so again, come back and join me in a minute or two. Okay, so the colouring's done, it's dry now. I'm going to use a spindle gouge on its edge, right on its edge. Basically, it's trailing. The spindle gouge has a shallower curve, and the cutting edge to the piece of wood is trailing. It won't catch, and I'm just going to put a nice little chamfer on there. It's not going to be too big. Maybe maximum 1/8 of an inch, but I'll decide that as I'm cutting it, and I'll know by looking at it how big it should be, and then we're going to colour it black. So nice and fast. I want a nice clean cut here. Maybe that. Let's have a look. That cleans that edge up very nicely. Maybe another couple of cuts. There we go. That should do it. Put that There. Excellent. Now this black line really sets it off. It just frames everything nicely. So, Sharpie, take these off. Move the piece by hand. I'm just tapping on the chuck there. You'll see straight away aesthetically. So I've done the outside edge. Now I'm going to do, oh sorry, the inside edge to you, outside edge to me. So here we go. Got that nicely. That black line just frames it. And because of the texturing, it's not a clean straight edge here. It is on the outside, but there you've got a really nice jagged black line. I just think that sets it off beautifully. And again, looking from this position, just frames it. So, move that to there. Let's get that out of the way. We're going to give it a coat of lacquer. Now the lacquer really pops the colour in. Takes it down one tone. I'm using a pre-catalysed lacquer, Mohawk. I get it from Sherwin-Williams. Great stuff. So make sure it's mixed up well. Just a light spray. Wow, look at that pop. Just fill that up lightly. Quarter it. Start from the top again. Not too heavy. Don't get runs on it. Quarter it once more. And then once more again. I'm just going to hit the black. That'll just pop that as well. Any overspray on the back, don't worry about. That will all come off, just steel wool the back. And that, keep that moving. I don't want the black to run into the colouring. If you put too much on, just keep it moving. It only takes a minute or two for it to set off so it doesn't run. Look at that, there's almost an element of chatoyancy in that as it's spinning. In fact there is with the grain. You can see the grain, the original grain. And depending on how you turn it and the light now shining off that really kind of shiny surface, you're going to see different colours as well. Really cool. Okay, we'll let that dry. And I'm going to hollow it out and I'm going to gild it. So I'll show you that when it's finished, okay? There we go. Excellent. Really pretty. Nice technique. Dead easy. Again, the Merlin tool, great little, now you can carve with that. Again, I showed you how to sharpen it and everything else. It's a really neat little tool, worth having in your collection. If you're stuck for a Christmas present or a birthday present, it's worth having. You can do all sorts with it. Okay, see you later.